Hey, everybody.
Hello, everybody. Wow, we got them waiting. Oh, Lord, boss man in the house waiting.
hmm
How is everyone doing this evening? Look at the lovely Ish sporting her purple,
yes,
tailor-made purple shirt.
yes,
And
yes.
we're going to all be sporting our t-shirts. Mine just says straight out. I wear my teal blue in support of suicide awareness. So tonight you will see each of us with the colors on and represented in some way. Tonight will be a very special show. Each the young man that we have coming back, everybody know him anyway. Troy, I can't wait until we speak to him
Yes,
and so that we can get some conversation on this very real issue that is going on among us.
yes, absolutely. Absolutely. It'll be good to one, see him again, two, see his progress, and three, for him to spread some additional awareness. So this will be good.
Exactly, exactly. And with that, I'm going to go into a little affirmation because I was looking up different affirmations that I could bring y'all on suicidal. Everything I looked up didn't sit right with my soul, it didn't sit right with my spirit. So, this is what I'm going to say to you. I have a personal relationship with it. My mother attempted multiple times to take her own life, almost succeeding several times. She have spent months inside of facilities where we couldn't see her, where she didn't recognize us. But then she decided that she wanted to live for her children. So she found a reason to live. Those of you who are facing these type thoughts, I ask you to look beyond yourself, even at your darkest time. Look beyond yourself and look at those who would truly be hurt if you are no longer with us. So I ask you to heal with your loved ones, for your loved ones, and always reach out to anytime, any friend, any family member that you may have. Somebody care because you all do matter. With that, let's get into some uncensored minds.
Yo, what's popping? Welcome episode 97. Thank you all for waiting up for us this evening. We appreciate it. As KD mentioned, the four of us will be representing Team Teal and Team Purple. Suicide awareness is definitely prominent. We have a special guest this evening, and when they do get on, somebody that's close to our family here at Uncensored Minds. He's going to tell his journey, pick up where he left off, and going into detail, where his journey started and where he's at now. Troy is definitely an inspiration to us all. So, once he gets up in here, we definitely will go forward. But hopefully, everybody has had a beautiful week. I know we gave y'all something special on Wednesday, and it seems so long ago that we did that, but we did it. If you haven't seen it, go out there and see it. It's on the Telemade channel, and it's called Nell's interview. It's an in-depth look at my perspective on losing my best friend, just honoring his memory, and then also how my mind works, where it sits, and how I figure out things. Tonight's show, you got a great show lined up. We got a lot of different topics that's going to make you laugh, make you shed a tear. Say at the end of the night, yo, they crazy. But we definitely got a great show for y'all. So let's before we get into our guests, we always like to do the icebreaker question in this September, which is Suicide Awareness Month. That's our icebreaker question today. And before we go any further, my question to you ladies is: how is your mental health? Where does your mental health stand right now?
Yeah.
Ish, you want to go?
Um, Yeah, my mental health is a little shaky right now, guys. But I know that there are brighter days to come. And so, during the time that my mental health is not the best, I try to dig a little deeper in my spirituality, in my meditating and my praying, just getting things a little more aligned and, just trying to stay on the right track. So many people look to me to just be so much. So I have to kind of, keep my mental health in check at all times, it seems. And then sometimes it just, it doesn't work trying to keep everything together. But I'm working on getting to a better space right now.
What about you, KD? How's your mental health?
My mental, I have to say, I am proud because my mental health is stable, but not, and please do not misunderstand this, it's not perfect, not without the practice of meditation every single day for me. Before I face anyone, before I read anything, before anything, I go into my meditation, may it be prayer, may it be motivation, whatever it may be. Because I do know that although my mental is stable, that if it ever snap, which is what I told my bestie one day, if I snap, ain't no coming back from me. So I refuse to let it get down.
Cool. Just to answer the question, um, my mental health is always a work in progress. We all have our good days, we have our bad days, we have our days when we can smile and the smile as bright as can be, and then we have our days when we're searching for answers. And um, earlier this week I kind of was on that train of uncertainty mentally. Um, but it's just the outpouring of support, be it from friends, family, um, even sunny days, just standing out in the sun and letting it engulf you and letting it, taking that in deep breaths and just realizing that certain things you just can't change. Certain things is going to need a little bit more time. Certain things is going to need a lot more prayer. So, just understanding that helps you to continue to go the next day and hopefully, it gets better as you go on. But also, one of the most therapeutic things that I've come to realize is communication. Is being able to communicate effectively and efficiently and effectively. And when I say communicate, it may not be with nobody else. Just communicating with myself. Communicating with myself to understand. Nell, you in a mood. Nell, you got something going on. How do you correct it? How do you fix it? Where's your outlets? Where's your happy place? Where's the place that kind of will take you right back there? And moving, maneuvering to those different spots. Um, I had my moments this week, when I shed a tear. You were a part of that. I had my moments when I had a smile on my face from the picture I posted today. So mental health is always going to be a journey. It's how you take hold of it. And with that being said, we're going to introduce our first guest of the night. He's going to talk to you into detail about what his mental health looks like right at this point. My man.
What's up, guys?
What's up, Troy?
Hey,
Hey,
How y'all
Troy.
doing?
Troy. Good. How you doing?
Pretty good, pretty good.
Good. Good.
One thing
Doing
Glad to hear.
great.
I will say though, right?
I
That's
can't hear you say it again.
I said one thing I will say, that smile on your face is infectious. The moment you see it, you
Hmm.
I do it.
Thanks, bro. I appreciate it, man.
So thank you for that. So tell us a little bit about where we left off the last time and where you are at now.
Man, I've done a lot of removing. I've removed myself from from a lot of situations. I'm no longer like as helpful as I used to be because I realize how fragile I am, and I'm not strong enough to be in a position of unknown when it's dealing with other people and what they have going on.
Nice.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. All right, there we go. Whew, cool. All right.
Okay.
Yeah. So um, when I say I removed myself, I got back down to the day ones that know me, and pretty much told me I don't really have a need to be out here trying to save the world. Just try to become the best version of me and bring somebody with me, and always put myself in somebody else's shoes. So that's what I've learned. Um, it's helped me out. I still have issues because those triggers are still there. My thing that I'm fighting with is I'm scared to go get professional because I don't want my job to look at it and be like, okay, we got a live one here. So, but I do need somebody to talk to. And even in that, people have reached out and I feel judged by them because I haven't came and sat on their couch yet. But I don't think they quite understand that, I don't want my employer looking at me like, okay, what you got going on? So it's still a lot, man. It's still a lot.
Nice. Ladies, what do y'all have? Any questions, Troy? Katie, Troy, very well. Uh, any questions that you see from his message
Hmm.
from
Troy,
without?
first of all, like Nell said, your smile is infectious. I am so happy to see it. And
Thanks.
your
Appreciate
your
that.
um your your beautiful bride to be. I'm more than certain that she is one of the reasons why you have that smile upon your face. As you said, the way you maintain that is you had to separate yourself from people. So I can understand that because when you get to a certain spot in your life, a certain space, you have to protect that space at all costs. Because if you don't, then you can go back into that hole. Um, I've been accused of being cold hearted because of that before, but that is my way of
Wow.
protecting myself mentally. Certain things, certain situations, I have to turn a blind eye to it. I have to completely erase it from my memory. And that is the way I protect my mental.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I totally respect that. And it's something that, you're going to lose some people because some people really don't
Yeah.
want to understand. Some people just want to get from you what they can get from you and whatever it costs you, it don't matter. There's some people out there that know your payday. You ain't even think about your payday. But some people lean on you so
Yeah.
hard, they know your payday. They just wait for a way to come get $5 or $10 from you. Well, you're trying to bless
Hmm.
somebody else or go a different route with it. So people find ways, man. This world, the enemy is king and he'll use anybody. If God will use a donkey to pass the word of God, then the enemy will use anybody too. So it's hard, man, because I still have those days where I just want to snap and go off. But this is why I love y'all so much because people only see the suicidal part of mental health. They don't understand there's a homicidal side to it too, where people just snap. You see that show on TV with the black ladies or the ladies in general always snap. They needed somebody
Hmm.
to talk to, but
Yeah.
you know, it's not just suicidal because I don't have suicidal, but I think homicidal is worse because then I'm talking about harming somebody else.
Mhm.
So and it's all because I haven't got the proper attention for it. Like I feel like I've been wrong a lot. I wronged myself plenty of times, but I feel like I've been wronged by a lot of people, and I'm trying day by day. I'm trying.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah.
how do you what would be like, I guess, something that you could say to, someone else who is going through, a tough mental health, let's just say, bout, whether it be suicidal, homicidal, or just, a complete breakdown and a break from reality.
Ooh,
What would you say
man.
to, someone that's struggling right now in any facet of mental health, debilitating,
Mhm.
you know what I mean? grievances that they're dealing with. Like,
Yeah.
what do you suggest? Like,
Well,
maybe take us through steps to kind of help them, like maybe
okay.
regain some.
All right. So the first thing I do is I I remove myself from my situation, and I try to have an appreciation for those who helped me turn my life around. I don't want to let them down. I don't want to embarrass them. So that's the very first thing I do. I make myself accountable for the sacrifices that people have given me. So that's the first thing I do. The second thing I do is I still don't contact nobody in that moment. So the second thing I do is I'll go to a place of peace and serenity, and I'll get spiritual, whether it be 30 minutes or 3 days, not religious, but spiritual. And I'll find that place where God is there, and I'll talk to him. And if somebody's not spiritual, then they can skip past that part. But that's what I do, because that's when I finally let things go. And then thirdly, I'll start trying to find understanding of the situation, like why they come about. And it just happened, man, it just happened yesterday. I was trying to give a family member some advice on, and it was a young lady trying to get her advice on how guys approach. And it's my niece, one of my nieces, to be honest. And it went left. And I ain't really, appreciated to it, because it was like, here I am trying to give you a part of the world that you need, but you saw something else and you know everything. So now I'm not engaged in what happens when you go off and away, because now it's like I tried to help you out and you saw it a different way. So now it's like I realize I can't nurture you. I can't be a part of the village, because when you did what you did, it's like an insult, and people can't tell you how to react to things. They can say how they want to react, but they can't tell you how to react. So thirdly, just find understanding from that, because I found understanding from that situation about an hour later. A friend of mine named Tim called. We talked about it, and he helped me get understanding for it. And he was like, some people, you ain't the only one to have triggers. So when you're talking to people and you're giving them advice, the advice got to be it's on ice, because you might give them the advice that might trigger them, something that reminds them of something somebody else said. But understanding is a third. And then finally, if I offended somebody in that process, then I do offer them a sincere apology. And, to them, I tell them, I could take a straightening. Like, if I say I trust you, then I trust you. I trust you to keep me in line too. Don't just tell me what I want to hear. You know what I mean? So yeah, those are the steps. After that, I'm back outside.
One thing I'm hearing, once you are confronted with the adversity, you give yourself a time to operate and think before you lash out, and that's the step of healing, and that's the step of progress. Got a question from the audience. What are the positives in your life that you focus on to bring you back to your center?
Oh man, listen. All right, so the positives are, personal positives are friends and family. And that's not blood relatives either, it's just those who, like, friends who you grew up with, because it's a standard there with them, and I can't drop the ball, or I'm gonna be looked at as, man, look at them and look at you. That's a pressure by itself. So it's a positive, because I get to pull and lean on them emotionally and mentally. That's personally. Uh, Holistically, my motivation and positive is Huey P. Newton and Malcolm X. I studied them and I see what they went through, and how they got mistreated and mishandled and lied on and thrown in jail and murdered, and they had not one public complaint. So I'm not going to offer one no more. I'm not going to be a victim of this world, because the world will make you a victim. but you can limit that and you can fight back. And I don't mean with ignorance, I mean with success. In spite of this and in spite of that, I can still make it. So those are the positives I hold on to.
Any other questions, ladies?
Katie, you got any other questions?
You mentioned spiritual. I couldn't help but smile as you mentioned that because that's the route I've more or less taken over the last few years. I've had so many questions asked of me about going to church. I have not been to church, but my relationship with God is closer because
Yeah,
I look at life of more spirituality than finding it in a building
yeah,
because the temple is inside yourself, but people mistake the temple to be a building.
yeah.
Hmm.
Man, Karen, I'm gonna tell you, people make the mistake when it comes to church. People go to church, but they don't go to God. So
There you go.
I got caught up in the last two churches I've been to, and them people was going to church. They weren't going to God. They were going to church it up, but
That's
God,
right.
I needed God, and they couldn't
Mm.
present God to me. It was all about their own agenda, and it hurt me and it set me back. And I've had a person of stature church actually try to hook up a girl I was dating with the minister of music, his brother, doing counseling. So
Hmm.
church is a mess. And my main thing with the spiritual, to agree with you, is you gotta have a personal relationship with God. Because if you don't, man, you'll become lost and used and abused, and that's not a good feeling. So one thing I've learned is when it comes to church, until I see the churches get back out here with the people in the inner cities marching to change violence and get kids educated, until I see the churches helping these parents take care of their kids again, I ain't never going back to church. Because the church ain't, they get
Hmm.
tax-free money. And the kids they talk about every Sunday, oh, the neighborhood going to pieces. You taking their mama and their aunties the offering, but you ain't back to the community. So I just
Hmm.
can't deal with the church no more.
Right.
And I hate to put that out
And
there for somebody that's into church, but
well,
everybody's experience is different.
I was just gonna do a disclaimer. We are not encouraging anyone not to go to church. It is your
Right,
preference.
right.
I've been baptized
Yeah,
Baptist. I've been a Methodist
yeah,
all my life. So we are not encouraging you either way. We are only stating what we
right.
feel we need in our life. So.
Yeah,
Also,
yeah.
before we wrap this segment up, um, I want to offer you my flowers, your flowers actually, because you're one of the main reasons where I took accountability of my mental health. From you being on the last show, made me dig deep within myself to say, hey, this is not um, nothing to. This
Oh
is not
wow.
something to play with. Again, this could be the detriment of me
Right.
tearing down everything that I worked so hard to get to. Right? You said it may not be suicidal, but sometimes it could be homicidal.
Yeah.
Right?
Mhm.
And no how do I want to
Mm-hmm.
lose my life and or throw my life away. So I want to pay you your respects because you are one of the main reasons, along with other things, that I went to sit down and just speak out my truths, come to terms with myself, understand my anger and my issues and my mental health, so I can continue on a path of um, fulfillment, just fulfilling my own journeys and own things. I want to say thank you for that. I don't know if you know how much of an
Oh yeah.
inspiration you are to all of us. We hold you in high regard here at
Mhm.
Uncensored Minds, and you are helping
That's
so many different
awesome,
people by
man.
sharing your story. Thank you,
Yes. Thank you so much.
thank you.
Wow, man.
And you know, all
Coming from you, man, that means a lot,
always
man. It really
you
does, because
always got a home.
I admire you and I thank you just as much.
You know, you got a home
I
here at Uncensored
appreciate that,
Minds
man. And I
whenever.
want you to get your flowers too. I appreciate it, man.
But before
I
you get,
appreciate, and I
on
love
a
y'all,
happier note,
man.
on a happier note,
I love y'all.
on a happier note. Who is your football team? Who are you riding with this season? Who are you going with? Oh, he froze up.
Man,
Uh-uh.
I ain't go for
Oh,
Baltimore. I had to leave. I had to leave, man. So I'm with Buffalo now.
Oh, you're a Buffalo fan. Okay, so you
I'm with
riding with the Bills.
Buffalo. The
Okay.
Buffalo
I
Bills.
heard that people out there. My man said he riding with Buffalo. We all got a team up here that we support. I had to
Yeah.
get your team, see who you rolling with. Again, thank you again for coming on. So positive and
Yep.
so energetic. And thank you for leaving us with that big bright smile. We appreciate you so much, Troy.
thank you, Troy.
Thanks, Troy.
We
Man,
love you.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Thank you all. And I thank you, man, Neil, for what you did for me not even about a year and a half ago, man. I appreciate you, man.
Knives, what they say, knives sharpen knives,
Appreciate
right?
y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Have a good night,
Mhm.
bro. Look at that. Look at that. He came on here and he's put some smiles on our faces.
Yes, he did.
Mm-hmm.
Our mental health, wherever it was at the moment, he came and he enlightened us with his word. He says something major right there. He says something that stuck with me. Some people go to church but ain't got God in them, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a heavy
It's
statement right there.
heavy.
That's something that you
Mhm.
got
Yeah.
to inside yourself and see if you just going to church or you inviting God into your life.
Mm-hmm.
God did.
It's a big
Mm-hmm.
difference.
Yeah.
All right now. We're gonna
Mhm.
get some
So
preaching up in here.
don't preach. Don't
Mhm.
what? Don't have me in this thing. But let's move right on along. We're moving right along, right along, right along to our next topic. It's Illinois. You know, they enacted the state of Illinois enacted this whole thing that's supposed to start in 2023. I know we talked about this in detail Thursday. What are your thoughts about it?
Hmm. A lot of people think it's going to be a mess, and then other people are thinking that it is going to be, a positive upside to the Bell reform, which has been, they've been battling back and forth and scratching and, remixing and, you know, going head to head in regards to how the Bell reform is going to kind of play out and what elements and layers they're going to keep adding or taking away from the Bell reform. And so this here is, looking like that it could possibly create an uproar in Illinois come January 2023. And it's going to all debated. They say that the judges will still in fact have control over who they let out, and that their main focus and goal is going to be to allow those individuals who might not have enough money for certain crimes that are non-violent, or something petty theft, retail theft, small drug charges, etc. They're hoping that this no bail law will allow those people and those individuals to get out and not take up spaces in the prisons. However, it's going to come down to the more serious crimes where this is going to prove to be problematic, because ultimately it's going to lay upon a judge to decide if this person who just beat the shit out of somebody should sit in jail or if he should be released. And that could be definitely problematic. So I don't know. It's a slippery slope with this one here.
And if people don't know what we're talking about Illinois becoming the first state to pass the purge law, right? And the purge law, as people are calling it, is Illinois is the first state in the United States to abolish cash bail. And the consequences of passing such a law may have many believing the states could mirror the horror movie The Purge. Um, in the film, the citizens were given 24 hours to commit all crimes they wanted, right? And why you say, well, what does that have to do with bail, right? On January 1st, 2023, the Safety Act will commence in the states of Illinois. This will get rid of the cash bail system in its entirety, right? Those that instead of that act believe it will reduce arrests and limit those that put away based on crimes, right? So if you don't have a bail, might just let you out. There's even some issues where if you commit a crime, they don't come looking for you for after like 48 hours or something like that. It's really crazy. So they non-detainable offenses. So let's get into these non-detainable offenses. There are 12 non-detainable offenses where the new law would end cash bails. And the law includes second-degree murder, arson, drug-induced homicides, robbery, kidnapping, aggravated battery, burglary, intimidation, aggravated driving under the influence, fleeing and eluding, drug offenses, and threatening a public official. Those are all non-detainable offenses. Did you hear what I said? I said homicide, robbery, kidnapping, aggravated battery, which we know is crazy. That's the first thing we call the cops for when we see those type of things going down, because we want them to help get that person out of there or do something. Burglaries, intimidation, aggravated driving under the influence, fleeing and eluding, drug offenses, and threatening public officials. Those are non-detainable offenses. So if you're telling me that those are non-detainable offenses, we under the real life purge act here, because people are doing that on a daily basis in and around our country. Katie, what's your thoughts on that?
My first thought is I'm glad I'm not living there. And oh my goodness, I mean, are they really going to be able to like let a person out if they kill somebody? Is this what you're telling me? Like they won't go looking for them? I mean, what is the crime rate in Illinois right now? Can you imagine how it's going to triple? I mean, I'm not sure of their crime rate right now, but with this no bail, no, I'm saying cash bail, it sounds like to me it's about to get crazy in Illinois.
Well, one way to look at it too is, you know, as a lot have been saying, as articles have been published for many years, states in the United States have been calling to abolish the cash bail system. And the reason why is 3 out of 5 people that are in jail right now have not been convicted of any crimes, right? That's about 500,000 people wasting away in a jail cell before their trial even begins because of lack of evidence, investigation, research, poverty, not having the money to post bail, and having to sit just cuz. So, from a standpoint like that, do you understand it? But on the other hand, we have the other side of the coin as well, where we know crime is real and those
Mm-hmm.
things are happening. What do you do with those people? Are they going straight
Yeah.
to a trial, no bail? We go straight to trial and we handle the trial instead of sitting. You know, maybe maybe that's something. What do y'all think in the comments? What's your thoughts? Let's get on.
Yeah, that's a double-edged sword
Mm-hmm.
right there. I mean, it
Yeah,
really is.
for sure. Because you
Wow.
think about just somebody who has committed, like, say, one of the violent crimes that's on the not detainable list, and they get out and either they commit another crime, they go after witnesses or victims again to either finish the
Mm-hmm.
job or to shut them up, hush them up. Like, it's just so many moving parts to that are not necessarily good.
Right.
So what this is saying, just in a nutshell, again, is it will allow criminals a pretrial release for the crimes listed above. So they will be held. They won't be held on bail, right? They wouldn't have to post a bail. Those criminals will be released, or a trial will be set for them to come back, and they handle that. And if the prosecutors fail to show clear and convincing evidence that the alleged could be a threat to a specific individual, they'll let them go. Right?
Mm.
So could you imagine you're at a gas station, somebody carjacks you, they get away, they crash, police chase them, they put them in handcuffs, but they don't take them to jail. Or they may take them to jail, hold them in a cell, the arbitrator, once they get in front of the judge, may say, "Oh, you know, you're out on your own recognizant. You know, you don't have a bail. You know, you're not a threat to society, or you pose no immediate threat to anyone, or whatever the case may be. Your trial was set for January 2024, but they right back on the street to do it again. As a victim, how are you feeling? Billion on the streets. How does that make you feel safe?"
Mr. Prophet, you just joined in. You tell us how that will make you feel.
First and foremost, what's up? How's everybody doing? Shout out to everybody in the chat. Thank you, Troy, for coming through and blessing us with your presence. We always appreciate you. Make sure everybody like and share the video, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. It's basically a catch-22, so it's like this is a thing where I don't know if y'all saw the Khalif Broder story where this kid was locked up in New York for stealing a book bag, and since his family had no money, he couldn't get out on bail. So once he was in jail, they put him in a hole. He was getting in all kinds of fights, and he basically lost his mind. And by the time he got out, he killed himself. So that's what the Nobel law is about, to try to help people, on that side. But it's also going to be a catch-22 because it's also going to be people that done violent crimes that they're out on bail as well. So it's a 50-50 split. And, I guess we got we got to take it for what it is.
Yeah.
I guess we gotta take it for
Yes, with some things, some things are made to help. And then, it's another side of that as well. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out.
Facts.
Side effects to everything, not just medication. So, how was your week, T?
It was regular. It was regular. Same shit, different day. Same shit, different day. Problems in there. It is
just work, huh?
Yeah, it is what it is. Dealing with my crazy kids, it is what it is. It's all good. What's up, Nell? How you doing?
I'm chilling. I'm Gucci over here, bro. We're going to get into something real special. I'm going for 60. For 60. I was playing with my team name last week. I seen all of y'all in the comments. I had to take the God Dead shirt off because I ain't want to be under God's influence talking shit. I'm coming here.
So I changed my name to the Prophet tonight because I have to get into some biblical shit. And I know that doesn't go together, but it is what it is. It is what it is.
Oh, shit.
So, Nell, any last words on this Nobel law?
Nah, it has its advantages and it's going to have its disadvantages. Again, I'm good. I'm glad. I don't live in Illinois. I'm about to say I'm glad for like somebody's going to call me and ask me for bail money. You know what I mean? Crazy ass brothers. When they get in trouble, the first person they call is me. But you have situations where you have individuals who are locked up and can't afford a bail.
Yeah, he was, Maryland.
So this will help them out. But then it's going to be, again, like you said, a catch-22 where it could let violent criminals right back into the system or right back into the streets to commit these crimes without any remorse because they know they can get away with it. So there may be some amendments to it after they see, how it is. And they doing it in a real big state that has a big city attached to it. So look out, Chicago.
But it's more or less be more aware of your surroundings, be more aware of protecting yourself, more awareness on everything. So, I do want to say rest in peace, Jesse Powell, before we get into
other stuff. Jesse. That was my song.
That was an R&B legend of ours. That song is still played at weddings till this day. He was still touring off this one song, and he was like, I believe he was 51.
Did they say how he died?
It said that he died in his sleep.
Hmm.
Things happen.
So we
But
go that we transition right to another musician who's lost their life, right? Who far too often are we saying rest in peace to not just entertainers, right? Let's not let it stop there, but to the people that we know and love, right? We're saying rest in peace far too often. And this next story that we're going to talk about is the slaying of a Philadelphia artist, rap artist by the name of PnB Rock. He was robbed and killed in Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles in the heart of Compton, Los
South
Angeles.
Central. South Central.
Oh, South Central. Sorry, South Central. My bad. South Central, Los Angeles. Um, there's so many conflicting reports coming out saying that the girlfriend dropped the location.
First
She
of
may have
all,
and then it. We're not going to speculate.
all of these things are alleged.
It's speculations. But the
It's
one thing
like,
that's not speculatory is he lost his life
right,
for some jewelry and cash.
right.
He left behind two young daughters, a mother, a father, a host of cousins, aunts, nephews, nieces, all that, and a girlfriend.
What I want to say first on this is, prayers up to his family and his daughters, because this is only going to be like a 2 week, 2 to 3 week news story for the majority of the world, and the rest of his family is going to have to deal with this, forever from here on out. And I don't know if this is for certain, but I've heard that his mom is now bearing her third child that has died in
Mm-hmm.
gun violence.
Yes.
So
Mm-hmm.
rest in peace to PnB Rock. I did meet him before because my son was an avid PnB Rock fan. When my son was like 15 or so, he was telling me that PnB Rock was better than Drake. that was his guy. He loved him, and he was. This is before the jewelry though. So we met him before the jewelry, and he was a humble kid, and I seen him, on his rise up.
Yeah, I think far too often do a lot of these musicians get bad reps just because of the videos and the raunchy lyrics, but the guy really put on for his city.
Hmm.
He gave back whenever it was opportunities to give back. He made sure that the less fortunate always had, a way. Be it Christmas time, Thanksgiving time, doing free concerts, doing free shows, providing a number of different resources to his community. I will say he was definitely an inspiration to many here in this area, and just from his passing this past week, just seeing other artists that he was affiliated with, coming out and saying, "Yo, the boy was just a genuine guy. He wanted nothing but the success of me, or just for me to have, whatever, or he gave so much without needing anything back." So when you hear those type of stories, it hurts you even more because that means we lost somebody who was about something positive, using his platform and using his resources to give back on multiple facets throughout his community, but also putting on other artists to do the same thing for their families.
So, ladies, do you have any thoughts? Because I got a lot of shit to get into on this. Do y'all have
Well, first of
any
all, y'all know me. I didn't know the rapper personally. I didn't know his music, but that whole situation has made me take on life in a totally different way. I've always been cautious, always been aware of my surroundings, but I haven't been aware of my surroundings, if you know what I mean. Y'all know I will go live in a heartbeat. I will say I was doing some Facebook Live marketing a few years ago, and I found out that way about posting where you are and giving people enough time to get to where you are. But this right here, that particular incident has really, really made me even more paranoid about anyone knowing where my location is. I mean, hell, I'm looking now like I don't even know if I want my child to know where I am. I
right?
mean, it's just because not that they will purposely leak where you are, but not really intentionally doing it. You know what I'm saying? It's giving me a whole new attitude about my privacy.
What's your thoughts?
Mhm. Yeah, I think it's important for, people to understand how big of a role social media plays in, things like this, whether it be sharing your location, just giving people look an inside look into your world, your life, your home, you know what I mean, the things that you have, the money that you possess, the jewels, etc. And also, there can be another facet to his story too, with previous interviews and dealings with other individuals, that could have been underlying beef as well. So, it's just social media plays such a huge role these days in so many different ways, and we just got to be mindful and careful of how we utilize it, and to what extent we use it.
Hmm.
No, you want to go or you want me to go?
Y'all know how I feel about the whole situation. That's why I leave my personal business off of social media. If I'm posting on something on social media, typically I'm posting something of somebody who already has social media. I'm not putting my location. I'm not dropping too much information. If I do drop some pictures or something of a vacation or wherever I'm at, it's typically when I've came back and I'm back home. You know what I mean? But this here, regardless of whatever the speculations are out there, this right here is is uh is a telltale sign for all of us that no matter whoever you are, it can happen to you. Anything can happen to you. This is where we should be even more vigilant than ever before, right? The same importance that we place on making sure that we post something is the important that we need to make sure we put that same focus on making sure we get back home safely, and or not putting ourselves in those type of situations, because it just ain't worth it. It really is not. It really is not worth it. Beefing with people unnecessarily, going back and forth with on social media with people, going back and forth with people at work, going back and forth with people out in the street. Did that shit, man, because at the end of the day, you never know what somebody else's mental health is. And they may be on the verge of snapping, or they just don't got no regard for life. You got a lot of people out here that just don't care. They at wits end, they hungry, they scratching, they trying to survive. And you might even be in that same situation. You just make it look good.
Right.
And you know what? They say, damn, I got it. I gotta test them. I gotta see what's going on. I gotta whatever. Sometimes always being in the mix, it don't even be worth it. Because people see that and they think you got something. I ain't saying you gotta live your life behind clothes. I mean, hiding or anything like that. But if you don't tell your business, nobody can know it. They can speculate, but they damn sure ain't got to know everything. And that's why I move the way I move. People may say, "Oh, you're again, like we said before, you got commitment issues. You trying to play the field. You trying to do that." I ain't trying to do none of that shit. I'm just trying to make it home the same way I left. And you know what I mean? And that's alive. I'm trying to continue to keep my family alive, because what happens if somebody can't get to me because I'm chilling, or I put myself in behind whatever so nobody can't get to me? Who you think they're going to look for? People in them pictures, them homie, them people that I'm hugged up with, or I'm posting with, or whatever. They come in and find them because they can't get to me. So that brings me outside now, because now I got to come outside to safeguard or get at somebody who done mess with my peoples. I ain't doing it. Go ahead, T.
All right, I want to start from the beginning a little bit on this. So, no, I wanted you to touch on this when we was talking about smoke a little bit the other day, but
Okay.
a lot of times, where we come from, how we grow up, it's not always, a good household environment. And even when, like, the majority of the people that I graduated high school with, I was probably the only person that I know that went to college. So nobody, people just graduate high school and they don't have a plan or an idea of what's next. So
Yeah.
they out here lost and trying to figure it out. And it's like going to go get a job at McDonald's or Burger King with all that shit. Where we come from is not going to work.
Uh,
It ain't gonna work. So was he an innocent little child? No. He from the hood just like a lot of motherfuckers.
Sure.
But he was getting his shit together. He was getting his life together. He was now the father. He was a successful artist. And he just didn't have time to make the full transition, as far as growing up. He was only 30. He didn't have time to make the full transition, as far as growing up. So, and he also had moved to Los Angeles, to get away from the shit that was going on in Philly.
Mm-hmm.
So even, where he was killed at, it was said that, they was probably on their way back to the airport, which is why they stopped at this specific Roscoe's, which is probably like, I've been on all these streets,
Mm-hmm.
so I know the layout. So this is probably like 15, 20 minutes from the airport, which is why normally if he's in LA, he would normally be strapped. But if you're going to the airport, you can't be strapped.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And a lot of times it's like people always saying, even you can't, it's like impossible to 24/7, 365 days a year be on guard. It's just
Can't.
not possible. Like,
Can't.
it only takes that one slip up. It only takes that one slip up and the motherfucker in the right place at the right time to, for something to happen to you. So
Hold up.
no, I'm not doing no slander. Get that off the screen. We're not doing no slander on this.
Yeah, that's
No
crazy.
slander tonight. So even in saying that, it's like, even when I got shot before, I ain't get shot in the hood. I got shot in a safe space. I got shot in what was believed to be a safe space. Nothing is supposed to happen where I got shot at. Like, so if somebody, I've been targeted before. Like, I know what this shit is about.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody wants something to happen to you, it can happen. Like, you can't. It's just, you can't be on guard 24/7. It's impossible. Sometimes you got to take your mom to the store. You have your kids with you. This is too much shit going on. Was he at a level where he should have had security? Yes, but that shit costs too. He just got out of his contract. He just got his own shit together. So a lot of that might have been money he couldn't spend at the time. Should he not had on all that jewelry in the hood and Roscoe's? No, he shouldn't have. And I've seen a lot of people saying, well, you should be able to do whatever you want to do. And yeah, you should, but that's not reality. Reality. I need people to come to the reality world. Stop living in fairy tale land where you think shit should be. Come to reality. In
Yeah.
reality, you have to, be mindful of how you moving. It's a lot of shit going on, man. But rest in peace to PnB Rock.
Yeah, rest in peace.
He's
That's
going to have
great.
he's going to have 2 daughters now who will probably have daddy issues because y'all know how that shit go.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Yeah, like you made some real great points. We come from the same mud.
right.
You know what I mean? And how many of us was it? 15? Out of 15 of
About,
us, 2 went to college and graduated from college.
right.
Out of the 15, maybe 2 or 3 of us had a job at that time. It just, the hood doesn't lend itself to many opportunities unless you go out there and grab them. Again, home life always plays an important role in that. How you're brought up, what you're around, what you see, what you hear, how you're developed. And that's why we come on here and we share our perspective. It's not a perspective of bashing one person or bashing a certain group. It's honestly with the intent to help. Because when you've seen so much disdain and you've come out of that, you want to tell everybody to stop, hold up, don't go that way, because that shit ain't right down there. Because you might go down there and get yourself hurt or find yourself in a situation that you like, damn, I shouldn't have went. We just trying to protect you. A lot of times, I think we get a bad rep for that. We always looked upon as being conceited or selfish or one-sided or whatever, but it's not. It's always with the intent to help somebody who may have not experienced that. Yes, you could have been around it, but you may not experience that. This man been shot. I've been shot, right? And we are quote unquote two people who successfully made it out the hood. We two people who went from elementary school and got our college degrees as the world tells us to do. We wasn't in that, but we got shot. He got shot in a place where it was safe. I got shot on the corner with some homies, and it just shoot in the corner. Me and a couple of them, me and one of my homies got shot. I got shot in the leg, right? But that didn't stop me. That, you know what that did? That shit said I need to get up out of here even faster. So great points you made, T. Where it's all about being cognizant. At some point, just get out of this mindset of, I could do what I want to do. Yes, you can, but you got to be careful.
Tea.
The tea freeze
It's
up.
tea frozen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I thought he was just
While he
listening
get his life
really
together over
intently.
there. You know what I mean? Let's take it to the comments. Some of the people in the comments. Somebody was definitely watching him. Somebody is watching us all, believe it or not.
Oh yeah.
Somebody is watching us all, believe it or not. You got people that be watching Uncensored Minds, watching what we got going on. You got people that be on our Facebook pages that you don't even know watch. You got people in your neighborhood see you come out your house every same day, same time every day. You got people that pass you by in the market and say something to you. Never know what they got going on. You got so many people that's watching us, and we not quote unquote celebrities, but you never know who's watching you. Never know who's watching you.
This is true. Did you guys hear that? Did you guys hear that they're having a problem getting his body out of LA?
Yeah,
And
well,
back
because he's Islamic, he's Muslim. His family wanted to do a janazah, and that has its time frame, but because the Los Angeles police department is still doing their investigation, they couldn't release the body in the right time frame. So his family is fighting with the LA police department and getting his body released, which has now passed the normal time frame that they wanted to do this, do the janazah. I think as of yesterday or Friday, it was released to the family, get him back here to Philadelphia. So
good.
it's just so much that goes on into that, so much that goes along with that.
Yeah.
Any final words while we on that topic while we're still here?
And what now?
Any other comments in regards to those things that we talked about? Safety, security, being mindful, prevalent,
And like I said, I've always been quite paranoid about that anyway, as far as like what show up in my background and all of that. But this has made me even more cautious. I mean, it's one of those things where we learn from other people mistakes or whatever. It was, you learn from what happened to others. I did a live today, and it had my location in the background, but best believe I was headed out. You know what I'm saying? So, and I did see a couple of people that I knew, but as I said, I was headed out because I know people could see my background.
Yeah, just got to be mindful, super mindful about just the whole social media presence.
Definitely.
Or even, and let's take it a step further, telling everybody our business.
Yeah.
We have a conversation with somebody, we talking to somebody, and you never know who ear hustling. You never know what they pillow talking. You never know who they know who might not like you, and they giving up information on you. You just got to be very,
Mm-hmm.
very, very careful, especially when you live in your house for a long time. We just had a situation here. Um, when we went on vacation, right? A group came back that was with us. Their house was robbed because they was posting that they was in France and Italy and things like that. So the people who robbed their house knew they wasn't coming back in 2 days, 3 days. Robbed their house,
Mm-hmm.
took everything. Um, it's crazy. You got to be careful of people who spying on your house. You got to be careful of people who squatting. You got to be careful of these people who want to steal your car and who while you at the ATM machine, who walking up behind you and pressing a gun in the back, small of your back or to your head and telling you to give it up. These you might not have no social media issues. You might not even be on social media, but it's your surroundings that you have to be very mindful of nowadays because you never know.
Mm-hmm.
You never know.
That's so true.
So on another note,
Very true.
we're gonna move on. We're gonna get into this next segment, and y'all know how we get in this. It get dirty, nasty, and sexy all at the same time. And that's the erotic zone. Each,
Yes, yes,
each
yes.
plus tonight.
Yes. So tonight is going to be a little fun, a little different. And let me tell you how, our day to day, work, family, kids, um, significant others, just life trials and tribulations, illnesses, whatever the case may be. Um, it has us in a space where we forget what we like. We forget what entices us. We forget what intrigues us. We forget what gets us hot. So, this little exercise that we're going to do tonight, and we're going to call on all of the members and the S gang. We're going to call on you guys to, contribute your thoughts and your inspiration and all your sexiness with us tonight. Um, and what we're going to do is we're going to play 21 questions. Well, it's not actually a game, but we're going to do 21 questions. Okay, this is the down and dirty edition. All right. And so here's the task. This is what we're going to do. I'm going to say a question. You're going to provide one worded answers only. Okay, it's going to be a two-part question, and this exercise is meant to get you to thinking and to feeling and to touching on what excites you and gets you going. Sometimes we forget about that just on our everyday, even with your significant other. Sometimes we forget how we like to be touched. Sometimes we forget what excites us. Sometimes we forget to place in front of our partners, that which gets them heated and ready to go. So this exercise is a little bit for everybody, just to kind of get the blood flowing and rush into certain special
Ho,
areas.
ho, ho, each, ho, each.
So now, yeah,
You
I'm
got
like,
us
how
touching on
fair is
ourselves tonight?
this?
No, 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 no. It is
You
no
got us
touching
touching
on
on
yourself
ourselves?
tonight. No, no touching on
All
yourself
right.
tonight.
Okay,
Please,
I was about to get the
please
cold
don't.
shower ready now, girl. Cause come on
Listen,
now.
we gonna have another viral moment if y'all start doing that shit for real, for
Come
real.
off.
So T, welcome back, welcome back. So I just was telling them about 21 questions. All right, the erotic dirty edition. All right, so I'm going to go around. I'm going to ask a question. Everyone is to answer. It's a two-part question. Everyone is to answer with one worded answers only.
Oh shit, I'm
Okay?
fried, ain't I? I'm
One
fried.
worded answers only. It's no right or wrong answer. Okay? It's just an exercise to get everybody, stimulated and feeling, getting deep into their feelings and resurfacing what they like and what they don't like. Okay? Who wants to go
Okay,
first?
not
I
me.
do have the answer too, y'all. I do have the answer too. And everybody in the chat, make sure that you're answering too. We want to see
Just
y'all thoughts
just
as
just
well.
just blur out the question, Ish, and then we just gonna jump in.
All right. What is the one thing for you that determines whack pussy or whack dick? One worded answers only. And it's a two-part question.
Dryness.
Why?
You just said one word. You
Yeah, no. I said one word. I said it's two parts. Each part you answer with one word.
Okay, read it
Right.
again, Ish. Read it again.
What is the one thing for you that determines whack pussy or whack dick? T said dryness. Why? One word. Why?
I mean, if I could explain, then I wouldn't change my answer.
No, you can explain one word.
I can't explain it in just one word.
Yes, you can.
Because I want to say a girl. I want to
This
say
is supposed to get you thinking. Use your adjective.
Look, I want to say because of the pillow princess. That's what I want to say.
Okay, you ain't
That's what I want to say.
Mine is grip, and Y is lack thereof.
All right, go ahead, Katie.
I don't know if that's a thing, Nell. I think that some girls just don't know how to use it, but I think they all should have it.
No, that is not true. No, that is not true, T. But it's nice for you to think that all women have.
I'm giving love tonight, man.
I know, yes, you are. Katie, so for you, it would be, what would be the one thing for you that determines whack dick?
Gush.
What?
Gush.
Bye, KD.
I mean,
Bye, KD. What is gush? What is gush?
So if he gush, it's whack?
No. I mean, like, okay, I'm thinking more of her gushing on him, making him wet. I mean,
why is that wet?
Why is that wet? That's not wet.
You said whack or wet? Wait a minute.
Whack.
Okay, see,
what is bad? In one word, what is bad dick for you?
Well, hell, I don't wet them up now. So, okay.
Katie, she said, well, hell, I done wet them up all now.
Okay, so wet. Hell, I got to restart my thinking now. Good Lord about it. I had it wrong. Okay, wet. Dry.
Okay. Next question.
I mean, I had to restart my
next question.
All right, mine is stroke.
Are you a virgin?
Damn near.
Mine is stroke and mine is slow. All right, the next question.
What was yours, Ish?
Stroke.
Okay, stroke and what is
slow?
So you don't like whack dick to you because the stroke is slow?
Yeah.
You like fast shit.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't like the slow stroke?
I like it, but it's not one of my favorites. It's not my favorite.
Wow. That's
she should go email.
Because let me tell you something. You have to know how to. Let me tell you something. You have to know what to do while you're slow stroking. Right. If you don't know, if you just going slow, like you have to have a technique with the slow stroke.
That's telling. I'm gonna leave that for another conversation.
Okay. Yes.
But that's telling.
All right. All right. One words. Remember. Describe the taste of dick or pussy.
Whose is it? We gotta see whose is it.
Well, y'all know who it's for, respectively.
No,
he'll be for dick. Y'all be for pussy.
No. I'm saying everybody's don't taste good.
That's all right. Your favorite. Your favorite. What intrigues you? What entices you? What you like?
Oh, so just name a flavor of something.
No, it's not a flavor.
Well, not a flavor. It could be.
Man, I'm gonna say pleasure. Hers.
Can I say cleanliness?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It tastes better clean. It tastes better clean. Go ahead, KD.
I just don't really.
She don't do nothing.
In the question. What?
How does her thumb taste? Just say that.
How does your thumb taste?
I just don't understand. Okay.
How does the penis taste in your mouth? That's a good question.
You have to have one to know.
Right.
Delicious.
What's your answer, Eve?
Mine is delicious. Describe how you feel after masturbating.
Exhilarating.
What'd you say now?
I said chill.
Relaxed.
Yeah, that's my word. Relax, chill. Good.
Disgusted.
You feel disgusting?
No, I'm relaxed.
I feel disgusted because my
answer,
shit be
Katie?
wild.
What's your answer, Katie?
I gave my answer before anyone. Exhilarating.
Oh, I didn't hear you.
We didn't hear you.
I said mine before anyone. Exhilarating.
Okay. If you could implement one vegetable or fruit into your session, what would it be?
Oh man, this is a tricky one. Into the session?
Mm-hmm.
Banana.
A fruit or a vegetable?
Banana.
Katie, mine too. A banana.
Banana.
First of all, y'all not using no bananas when you having sex.
Yeah.
How you know?
No, y'all's not using no banana when we having sex, man. I'm gonna say strawberries. Man. I'm gonna say strawberries.
Pineapple.
Is not using no banana.
Gummy bears.
And y'all ladies better not be using no cucumber when y'all fucking somebody. That is highly disrespectful.
Yeah, grapefruit, Mary.
And that's highly disrespectful.
Highly fucking disrespectful. You better not pull out no damn cucumber.
No, I know gummy bears.
Hold up. Why
y'all the gummy bears gonna be all over the bed?
That's what I'm saying. You better
not
not pull out
a cucumber out when we got a cucumber. The fuck?
Y'all wow.
I don't need two of them. I'm cool with mine.
Dominant or submissive?
Both.
I like a motherfucker to throw me down and jump right on top of my shit.
Both. What's your answer, Katie?
I like somebody to pull my pants down and pull it out and put it in the mouth.
Facts.
I like to be dominated.
What's your answer, Aisha?
Dominant.
I want somebody to beat the shit out of me and throw me down and take it. No, I don't.
Not beat the shit out you, though. You be all fucked up.
Right.
No, I don't. KD, what you say, KD? What was yours?
She said dominant.
She like to be dominated?
No. I like to be the one that dominates. You know, I start out dominating, then of course, you know, he take it over. But I like to come on strong.
She dominated.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. What body part is your fetish?
The
ass. Hot.
Tiggo bitties. Tiggo bitties.
I like ass.
Ass.
I like a fat butt.
Tiggo bitties, man.
Titties and ass.
It's difficult for us, KD. What's your favorite body part?
It's not difficult for y'all.
Y'all like the lips, the eyes.
Yeah, it's not difficult for y'all.
The chest and the arms do it for me.
Solid.
Sarah
the D, that too. That for sure.
My mama.
I would have to say chest and arms.
I'm sorry, Mom.
Like a nice chest and arms.
What's up, Helen? How you doing? Welcome to the shenanigans.
What's up, Helen?
S gang, what up?
We doing this. We trying to get to the mansions. So let's chill out.
Hot wax or ice?
Neither.
Hot wax.
Hot wax.
Both.
I dumb ass. We done poured the shit on you, sent you to the hospital.
Wait. I set a satin pillowcase on fire at a hotel.
I can't.
Now, luckily, the satin pillowcase, I carry my own sheets. So, luckily, the satin pillowcase was mine, but the shit almost went up in flames. Now, could you only imagine if I set the damn hotel room on fire because of this? So, yeah.
Oh, you got a little bit too
frisky. Yeah, you kind of flipped shit over and the pillow went over into the candle. Yeah.
Girl, y'all got wild.
Just sometimes y'all gotta be careful with So now I get what you're saying. I be done burnt the shit down. Yeah.
Because I be done poured it on her. She starts screaming, it's burning me. We in the hospital now. I can't get them. I'm gonna leave it alone.
No, I'm still getting some, dog. You wow.
Oh
in the hospital afterwards. So I'm still, I still got.
Man, you going to do it? You,
Bro,
I cannot.
I still gotta get.
I cannot. Indoors or outdoors?
Great
Both.
question. I like indoors.
Both.
I would like to do it outdoors too, but
Both.
indoors you ain't gotta get the mosquitoes ain't biting you on your ass.
You got a point right there.
Say
But
both.
I was about to say both. I mean, if I can get a safe haven outside so that the mosquitoes don't get me, I love being in nature. So I would probably choose outdoors if I had my choice. But covered, protected.
I'm scared about getting arrested. That's the only reason why outdoors kind of is like I'm scared the cops gonna roll up and arrest us. Like
Open lewdness.
Oh, but see, now see, I would be thinking more in your own private setting, like a little tenant, a little area fit stuff outside.
we don't live in a country, Katie. This is city.
See,
We roll
Yeah.
up here.
I am thinking on the country way.
Right.
I'm
Philly,
thinking on the country level. Yeah.
In Philly, it'll be in the playground or in a car.
Here, totally possible.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Hand job or foot job?
Yeah,
We lost T again.
Come on, give me hand me up.
Mm-hmm. I don't want no toe down there between my stuff.
Well, for us, I guess it would be what we like to get. I do not want no nigga toes flicking my clitoris.
Exactly.
I just don't.
No.
I just don't think that it was hand job or foot job.
Hand job or foot job.
Hand.
See, you frozen.
Frozen.
Once you say hands is dirty, feet is dirty. Ew. Ew.
See, we can't hear you.
Sarah said hands is dirty. They more cleaner than feet. Could you imagine somebody funky ass toes in your stuff?
Whoa, girl.
So Nell, no sexy feet, greased up and wrapped around. No, clean feet, clean sexy feet.
Come on up. Use your hand. Come on. Use your hand. What we doing? Come on.
Tara, put Tara fucking comment. Talk about tickle with his
toes.
You imagine?
Right,
yo.
Could you imagine you wake up and somebody towing your yams?
Yeah, no.
See, that is not about to happen.
Yeah,
I mean,
we gonna get y'all herpes or something. You ain't know what.
A damn fungus.
Wait. See you back. T.
He having issues.
Yeah, some technical difficulties. Okay. Well, we're gonna come back to him on that one. Fast or slow?
Slow.
See, if it's good, I'm in it. Like I'm in it. So I'm fasting. Like it's giving Hawk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's fast for me. I gotta remember the ones that T didn't answer. We'll try to get back with him when he gets back on. Angelia says fast.
Yeah, fast is
Cynthia says slow. Rhonda says both. All right. Come inside or on the body?
Oh, so
about this one.
This day and time, okay. So assuming that it is my significant other, if I had one, a part of the who inside shit. Depending on both. Can we say both?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Okay,
both. You like both? Both, okay. Mm-hmm. Now, what you say? What's your consensus?
That shit ain't going on me.
No, what do you like to do? Do you like to come inside or outside? Oh, Maryland.
Oh,
What, Maryland? Oh my God! If that's making it, oh Maryland.
Ew, Maryland.
it don't matter.
Okay.
It don't matter.
Mm-mm. I
I
guess
like, yeah,
inside. I
both.
guess inside because I like the
Outside,
inside of the
not
mouth or the
right
inside
now.
of the yams. So inside.
Hmm. Okay. A lot of people, somebody said body shot. That looks like somebody that's new in the chat. Buana says body shot.
Juanita Smith.
Juanita.
Juanita Smith said both.
What's the question, y'all?
Okay. All right,
Oh,
yeah. So
We
we're
got
gonna
a
get
lot
you
to catch
caught
up
up
to do.
real quick. Yeah, we're gonna get you caught up real quick. I said hand job or foot job?
Hand job.
Hand job. Fast or slow?
Both.
Both. And then the last one that we're on now was
I'm
come
prolific at both. At both. So both. What's the question now?
the the come inside or out on the body.
On your ass cheeks.
On your ass cheeks. Okay. When is your favorite time to get down? Morning, noon, or night?
Oh,
No favorite that stands out
no, it's
more than
all.
the other.
It's all.
Any? Okay.
Shit to know.
it don't matter.
No, you gotta pick.
It's on there.
You gotta pick
Yeah.
an answer, dog.
Night. I'm gonna say night then. Night or afternoon. It don't
know
matter.
what's
It is.
happening.
All the time is the time.
Okay.
Don't
Go ahead,
matter.
Katie. What you say?
Anytime. Anytime it hit. Anytime it hit, girl, let's go.
This
So it
motherfucker
doesn't
is
matter
on
what
a night.
time of the day. It doesn't
Maryland is
matter what
on a
time of the
night.
day.
She
Yeah,
wasn't on face.
Maryland.
She wanted her crack. Maryland, you is
Oh
on.
She
my
wanted
gosh,
her face or her
Maryland.
crack.
Girl, you got me
Marilyn says she
blushing.
wants it all. All. All right, mine's is anytime as well, but I prefer the night. That's when it's the sexiest for me.
Yeah, that shit
Is
nice.
it like? Is that like late night, like 2 in the morning?
Yeah,
All right,
that's
then
it right
all
there.
right.
Yeah, that's it right there. That's it right there.
Yeah, I like that shit too. Like they snoring and shit, and you roll over
Right.
and you poke them.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Right.
It's a good
And,
look.
and then they start moving their ass like this on your dick, like.
That's the signal right there. That's the signal
Uh-huh.
right there. Toot it up a little bit. Yeah, that's the signal
Poke it
right
out a little
there.
bit.
Mm-hmm. Poke it out a little bit.
You know
Eyes
what to
open.
do.
You know what to
Mm-hmm.
do. Eyes open, eyes closed.
Eyes open.
I used to be all eyes closed, but then some girl put me on and said, "No, we have to connect, so you have to open your eyes."
I think we was closing our eyes when we was younger.
Right.
Open them shits up now.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Eyes open. Mm-hmm. Porn or no porn?
What, playing while we doing it?
Mm-hmm.
No porn.
No porn.
No porn. No porn.
What was the question?
Porn or no porn?
A little porn.
Mm-hmm.
A little porn. A little porn ain't never hurt nobody. Can we make our own porns? I'd rather make my own porn.
Yeah.
Right. Lingerie or naked?
Naked.
See, that shit don't turn me. It's cool. It's not. Lingerie is cool, but my turn on is leggings. So that shit'll get you knocked right down in the middle of the floor head. I promise. I got a real problem with them. Like I got a real fetish for that. It could be 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I come home, you clean out the refrigerator, and you got some on you bent over. I'm tearing that ass up right there.
Oh shit.
I was actually looking at lingerie today, so I'm gonna
I don't
say
like lingerie. That shit wet.
Lingerie.
You know what I was looking
it's
at?
not wet. It's cool for like if you sending me like a sexy picture or something. But if we in the crib, Like if we in the crib, you can do it. Like if I ain't seeing you in a minute, and I just come through, and then so that's your signal, so it's on. That's cool. But if it's just a regular everyday shit, I don't need that shit.
Yeah, I don't need that shit.
Just get naked.
You could be in a big ass dirty big holy t-shirt.
That's the one right there. Tara, tank top. Tank top is the one.
Oh, yeah, I love a tank top.
No bra. Tank top, no bra.
Top, no bra.
Tank top, no bra.
Tank top is so fucking sexy.
Facts.
Areolas all showing through the little, you know what I mean? That shit is sexy.
Facts.
No bee stings.
The bee stings is cool. I'm not mad at the bee stings, man.
That's what I was about to say. Even if she got big boobs, she could still have little nipples.
Yeah, I'm not mad at the bee stings.
Little nipples.
Pretty. Long as she's pretty.
Little areolas.
If she pretty, that can conquer all of that, man. It can conquer all of that, man.
Quiet or loud?
Yeah, I stop being so fucking loud. You're waking the neighbors. Chill. At some point, it's too much.
I'm cool with both. But
I can't stand an extra screamer.
Hold on. Even if you quiet, you gotta still moan.
Oh yeah, you gotta moan. But I'm talking about you like a screamer like a motherfucker. You could like sound like they damn near getting killed in this joint.
I ain't mad at that. I like that. I'm pushing.
I can't deal with that.
I'm pushing screen recorder on my phone when that happened.
You screen recording?
Yes.
Listen, too quiet is a turn off for me.
Well, you know why? I got neighbors, and I got a child right over me, and I just be trying to be so cognizant of that because I don't want to disrespect.
Oh, that's so sweet. You don't want to bruise the child's mind so young. That's so sweet.
Like it's so too loud. It's too damn loud. Like, all right, enough's enough. God damn, like.
But what if you really killing it?
Yeah,
like, what's she supposed to do? She got to put a pillow over her face.
I'm killing you. I'm killing it, but I ain't killing you. Relax a little bit, baby. Like
you might just be tearing it down on the inside, and she might just need to let it out. So what she got to do? Bite the pillow? Scream into the pillow? Damn, no.
Yeah.
You got her suppressing her screams and shit.
Put it on your mouth or something. Suck on your titties or something. That's sexy too.
Not suck on your titties. All right.
Is Steve frozen again?
No, I'm not frozen.
No, you're not frozen.
I'm texting.
Are you asleep?
Damn.
Or awake after sex?
I said, fuck the kid. It's good for him to hear mom and dad going at it. You a savage. You a savage. Fuck the kid.
Damn.
My bad.
Be like that video that I posted the other day when he heard his mom and dad having sex.
Right.
Yo, he was so disgusted. He was like,
you know why I said I respect the kid? I'm shy. So because I'm so shy, I don't, you know what I mean?
You don't want to have to run into them.
I don't want to walk outside and they're like, damn, that's the he you know what I mean?
Oh, what we talking about?
Oh, the in the comments. Wanna say if the kid is good for him to hear mom and dad going there.
Kids, man.
Fuck them kids.
Fuck them. I'm always saying fuck them kids, man.
Yes.
Kids. Nelly Nell, other kids.
Man.
Are you asleep or are you awake after sex?
How good was it? How good was it?
I'm gonna wait for another round.
Good? You said it was good, Ish?
Yeah.
And I'm trying to go again. I'm up.
I'm gonna wait for another round.
Yeah, I'm up.
What's up, Nell? You be sleeping?
Like a motherfucker.
You go right out.
Oh.
You go right out.
Nah, it depends. It depends. No, I mean, I'm a sweet lover. After we do it, I'm checking on you, make sure your shit cool. You okay? Asking you okay. You know what I mean? Making you get this, make sure you sleeping calm and cool. Yeah, I'm that guy.
Okay. Lights on or lights off?
Either or.
I don't care.
TV
on.
Both. Yeah, TV on.
So the TV from the light of the room might just be illuminated enough.
Yeah, TV on.
TV on, but with the mute, like y'all got it muted, or y'all
Volume
got
on.
that's so distracting. The
What's the
volume,
TV on?
Is
for?
it?
the TV on for me.
No, once I
What's
get
the TV on?
it's
Like
I
if
was
it's
watching
on,
TV. Because I was watching TV before we started smoking.
The
I'll be
fuck?
like,
Yeah.
turn that shit on.
I'm not turning the TV
So
on.
you're not gonna really
After,
be into doing anything. You're gonna be
after we
looking at
finish fucking,
TV.
then I'm going back to watching TV.
yeah, TV was on before we
Yeah,
started.
the TV was already on.
So we supposed to cut the
Oh my
TV off?
god.
I turned my
Or
TV
mute it.
It's
I
not like
would
I'm
mute
watching the
it.
TV. It's not like I'm
Right.
watching the TV while I'm hitting it.
Yeah,
it's
like
on.
I would have to mute it. Like I be feeling like
No,
I'm
I don't.
competing with the damn voices. Like I don't got time. I want to hear us. Like
No,
you know what I mean?
the TV ain't gonna be that loud.
Yeah, the TV ain't gonna be that damn loud. You gonna hate it.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
You gonna feel it.
Or mm-hmm.
Yeah, music. I mean, I prefer music playing anyway.
I would prefer music if we walked in the room, but if I'm watching TV already, I'm not turning my TV off.
Yo,
And turning on
I'm
music.
not
How
even
about turn the
gonna
TV
fucking
off and then
hold
turn
you.
music on?
I
No.
could
I'm
do
not
that.
even gonna hold you. I can't do the music because my dumb ass starts singing shit. Cut that shit off. I tried it once. I started singing motherfucking R. Kelly. I was like, no, this ain't for you, bro. Cut the music off. Nah. I'm too involved in singing the motherfucker. Nah.
Yo, listen. No. That is hilarious.
No, I'm cool. No music
That
for
is hilarious. All right. Sensual or rough?
Both.
Sensual.
both.
Both.
What's sensual though? Slow kissing.
Like
you.
yeah,
Yeah,
and rubbing, biting, soft
Now,
bite.
and if it leads to roughness, so be it. But I want it to start out sensually.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hands or mouth?
To do what?
Mouth.
Whatever.
Do we prefer hands
Whatever.
or mouth?
Mouth.
Yeah. Like, do you prefer touching? Do you prefer licking? Do you
Both.
prefer biting?
Both.
Mm-hmm.
What to us?
Yeah.
Both.
Or what you like to do. It could be what you like to receive or what you like to give.
Yeah, I like mouth.
I'm both.
Yeah, mouth me up.
Mouth you up. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And make sure you got some water or something. Like that dry mouth is a motherfucker. Get you a bottle. Get you a bottle of water or something.
Get you a bottle.
I mean, I don't have to worry about that. So I
Right.
can now enjoy the pleasures of it.
Yeah. Me neither.
Huh?
He said sensual leads to pregnancy.
Do it.
No, not always. It could though.
For the old one. Yeah, we good.
All right. Last question, y'all. Which sex toy would you use during a session?
Rose.
Cock ring.
Rose.
What's your answer?
Vibrator.
I'm putting the rose on the
But
clip.
the cock ring could be, serve as a vibrator too. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I want the rose on the clip while I'm in it. It's going crazy on it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, that did
So
21 went quick. Go ahead, y'all.
it did go quick, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It did go quick.
The shit
So y'all
show.
kind of opened up a little bit. They was a little risque in the
I'm always open.
chat. Well, yes, you are always open, sir.
Of course he is.
Yes, you are always open,
Always
sir.
open. What's up?
So we got KD. We got KD to give some of her fiery, spicy answers. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I actually had some answers tonight.
Yes. yes. But it was good though, because we got a chance to like kind of think about some shit that we kind of like.
That rose is not amazing, Tara. It's all right. It's light. It's light.
But how you know how it felt?
Because all the girls,
That's right.
all the girls I know told me it's light. It's light.
Well, that's a damn lie. That damn road is amazing.
They freak chart is up, so they said that shit is light.
Yeah, you know what I was going to say too. It really all depends on the sensitivity of
the quality of it too,
and the quality of it. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. It depends on the quality of the one that had.
Because sometimes if your clitoris is not prone to being super sensitive,
no, I'm not sure.
Suction ain't going to necessarily do it for you. Not by itself anyway, Marilyn said lies.
Rose Ish.
Okay. Cynthia hit me up.
What lies do I tell, Marilyn? I'm telling you, all the girls that I know, they told me that Rose is light. I don't care what y'all said.
They done had the right time, T.
KD,
they gotta have the right time. They done have the knee knocking count.
KD, I told you, they sex toy in. They not new to the game.
But I'm just saying the quality of it. Now, if you get a good quality one,
KD,
ain't no arguing.
KD, this is what I'm trying to say.
Ain't no arguing.
They not new to this. They buy sex toys.
Okay.
They said that shit.
So they are saying compared to other
right
toys. Okay, I got you. Okay. Can't argue with that.
Yeah, I got people that say they don't necessarily like the rose, but they like something like the crazy bunny or something else that gives good clitoral stimulation.
She had a black dynamite, man.
Oh wow. Never heard of that one.
She said, "What the fuck I'm for the rose? I got this black dynamite."
Listen,
black dynamite. Have you heard of that one, Ish?
No, I never heard of that one. But it's so many different toys and shit that I don't have access to or don't got it or what have you. They got all kind of shit going on.
What question?
They got the Gawk 3000.
What question you want to ask? What question you want to ask?
Yeah, Rana, what question? I know it was so many questions that I could have asked, but then we'll be here all night.
They said you reminiscing about that rose today.
No, I am not. Who are these new people on tonight? They are really observing me. Are they new?
That's Troy.
Oh, that's Troy.
Yeah, that's Troy.
Said you was squirming and squinching over there in your chair, KD. Having little flashbacks.
I'm not.
Okay. Yeah, what questions did you want me to hit, Juana? Who is that?
I don't know. Somebody new.
Yes, Hunty. Well,
okay, guys, let me ask y'all something. After each posted something this week, would y'all let a female have pop rocks in her mouth and she give you head? I mean, what y'all do though?
Katie, that's old, Katie. We was doing that at 16, man. That's
old. Oh, okay. So now it's not. It wouldn't be exciting to you.
No, it's still cool, but you did that when you was a youngin. Like,
oh, okay. I just saw it posted on East post. I think it was last week, wasn't it, East?
Yeah, it was. I think I posted like Thursday or Friday. Got to make sure y'all know what to do and how to do it. Because that could go terribly wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
that
what
could
I
go terribly
wrong. Yeah.
Yeah, that could go terribly wrong. But I don't know. I be coming up.
But if you know what you're doing, you don't need all the propaganda. If you know what you're doing, you just need your mouth and your tongue.
I mean, some people like to spice it up too, jazz up.
This is the first you heard of what, Sarah?
The little average.
What's the first you heard of,
The
Sarah?
pop. I think
The
she
Pop
said
Rocks.
the pop
Uh, uh,
rocks.
what hood y'all from, man? You from the real hood? Those girls was doing that at 15. Them girls was doing that at 14,
15,
15. You from the
15.
real hood?
Listen, all kind of shit.
Yes.
Yep, that's right, Helen.
What we doing? What we doing?
Hmm. So what we got next,
You
guys?
already
Going
know.
up.
2 seconds with Nell.
What's
Stroke.
going up?
Oh, shit.
No, what's up?
So,
I got beef. I got beef with you tonight.
damn. So, I got a big smile on my face, unlike last week. Um, so this is going with 60 seconds with Nell. So let's run down this week's NFL scores. Hopefully, your team, who you're rooting for, won this week. Let's start off with the Thursday night game. That was between the Chiefs and the Chargers. The Chiefs pulled it out 27-24. We're going to run through some teams that are in and around your neighborhood who you may like. T's team took an L today.
First of all, we lost by 1 point. It was some bullshit, but I'm gonna let you rock. Go ahead.
The Jets beat the Browns 31-30. The Lions came back to beat the Washington Commanders 36-27. The
Dumbass nigga.
Buccaneers beat up on the Saints 20-10. The New York Giants are 2-0, and they took down the 0-2 Carolina Panthers. The New England Patriots got their first win of the season, beating the Pittsburgh Steelers 17-14. The Dolphins and the Ravens had the game of the day, which ended at 42-38. Dolphins. The Rams squeaked out a win at the end over the Atlanta Falcons, even though the Falcons are 0-2. They are showing up real well this season. That's a young team. For all the people that's down in Atlanta,
The Browns is
be
my team.
patient. Be patient, and your team will be good soon. The 49ers beat up on the Seattle Seahawks 27-7. The Broncos beat the Texans 16-9, and the Cardinals in late fashion at the end. In overtime, the Cardinals beat the Raiders 29-23. And in other news, the Dallas Cowboys squeaked out a win at the end with their backup quarterback Cooper Rush at the helm because Dak Prescott was injured last week and is projected to be out anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks with a broken hand. So the Dallas Cowboys got their first win of the season, 20-17. And we have 2 games tomorrow, 2 Monday night games. The first game is the Bills and the Titans. That is the Buffalo Bills and the Tennessee Titans is our first game at 7:15. And then our second game at 8:30 is the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Minnesota Vikings. 2 Monday night games tomorrow. So if one of those teams or your teams, hopefully they pull it out and commence the
Hold
second.
on, who the green team play?
They played the Minnesota Vikings here in Philadelphia. So traffic is going to be horrendous tomorrow getting home because they are playing tomorrow night. So hopefully your team won today. A lot of people was talking shit about my Cowboys, but as you can see, we pulled out a win. So take that. Also, in other football related news, I hope you've been hearing rumblings and grumblings about Tom Brady. We all know Tom Brady is the GOAT. He spent so many seasons in New England and brought 6 championships there. And last season being his first season in Tampa Bay, brought a championship there, bringing his win total to 7 NFL championships. The man is GOATed, legendary. Last season was actually supposed to be his last season. He was supposed to ride off in the sunset, like all the storybook endings. Super Bowl win, home team played on their home field in Tampa, ride off in the sunset, beautiful family, beautiful wife, happy life. Not so sudden, not so soon as that happy wife and that happy life in front of him. His wife actually, at the beginning of this season, actually put him out because he reneged on one of the things that he promised her, and that was to retire this season and go into the NFL broadcasting booth. He had the itch. He said he needed to scratch it. He does realize and recognize that his family is important. And he said he hasn't been there for birthdays and anniversaries and people's deaths and things like that because it was all throughout the season. So this year probably will be his last season, just because one, he wants to make sure that he's the best for his family, and then two, so he doesn't cause any further issues with him and his wife.
All right, but what I heard was he was supposed to play 1 year in Miami for them to give him some ownership stake, which would make him a billionaire, and she's against that. Huh?
She's against that. And she's against that because that was supposed to happen next year when his contract with Tampa Bay runs out. He wanted to fulfill this last year, then go to Miami, become an owner, and also become a billionaire in the process.
Right.
If anybody knows, she's actually the head breadwinner of that house. She's worth $420 million, and he's worth $270 million. But this move to the Dolphins would have put him as a player and also as an owner,
Right.
giving him a much bigger piece of the pie. So what do y'all think about that now that y'all hear that? She wants him to sacrifice his career and also possible earnings because she wants him to stay.
He say he's trying to set up the grandkids.
Right.
I think it's selfish of her.
I think so too.
Yeah, I think she's being very selfish because when they made the agreement of whatever, this particular he didn't have this particular offer in his face.
Right.
So an offer like that, surely that changes things right there. And I really think she's being selfish.
Yeah, for sure. Because I mean, realistically, like it's not like he is not being grand with, you know what I mean, with his business. You know what I mean? This is like major moves. And I get and I understand, being at home and being present and all of that. That is important. I get it. But this is monumental and this is historic. Like this is just not no bullshit that he's, you know what I mean, missing time from. Like this is major history that he will be going down, and it's going to send them financially into a whole nother catapult as well. So she's really being selfish.
I get it on both sides. Though.
Yeah, I do.
I see both sides.
Yeah,
he still has the. You know what? It's hard to pull away from something when you have the itch. It's still when you have that drive to want to still go out there and perform at a high level, and go out there and still be able to perform at a high level. It's different when Father Time creeps up on an athlete and they have to go because of that, and they still have the itch, but they just don't have their body can't no longer sustain that. You see a different athlete, but when you have that drive, you have that hunger, you still have that athletic energy to go out there and do it. But then on the other side, her kids are getting older. They're not around their father. Her husband, he could possibly get hurt, career ending, a lot of injuries, a lot of CTE. We see a number of different effects that football has on a body after this career. But that's a decision that you have to kind of understand your mate on both sides. She has to sit down and just understand that this man still wants to do this. Just the same way she still wants to go to work, right? She still wants to go out.
I was about to say she's not looking at this in a business matter. I mean, if she's a businesswoman, and I'm quite sure on top of being a model, somewhere she have some kind of business affair about her.
It's
a business move of a lifetime.
It's football though, Katie. His life is at risk every day.
Yeah, it's football.
It's football. His life is at risk.
I think she sees that more than we do.
One
when
hit,
he goes home.
One hit, he could be out of here.
But then too, you never know. When he goes home, he may be in so much pain the first few days that she's nursing him and she's seeing him beat up and battered, and she just maybe is tired of seeing her husband like that and just wants him to come back to being normal. And it might not. We all have our selfish tendencies about us when it comes to the things we want for ourselves and our potential mate, to our mate. When it comes to their well-being, what we think their well-being is. But Damn.
No.
Yes.
Did you watch The Shy yet?
No.
You fired.
Oh yes, I did watch the Queen Latifah movie with Ludacris last night. I liked
Oh,
it.
you
I
did.
haven't been able to watch it yet.
I liked it. I liked it.
I
Yeah, I
had
didn't get
plans
to watch
going
it.
on today.
No. Are you watching Kanan?
Yes.
Are you caught up?
Yes.
Kanan is good this season.
It
You
is
didn't
really
like
good.
Kanan.
No, I don't like Tariq. I
Oh, you
like
don't like Tyreek?
Yeah, he not a
Kanan is
fan
good this
of.
season.
Yeah,
Kanan is
it is
very good
really
this
good.
season. Very, very good this season. Oh, and make sure y'all go out there and see the new movie that Viola Davis is in is amazing. The
You
Warrior
saw it?
movie that she plays in is awesome. Make sure y'all go out
Wow.
and support that. Support it, support it, support it. And that's only going to lead us to when is next month? Or following month? What is it? November when
November, I believe.
the Black Panther 2
Pam.
comes out?
All right, hold on now, because I don't know if y'all touched on this before I got on nothing, but KD said she wanted to talk about Halle Berry being a new mermaid, y'all. So KD said Halle Berry is the new mermaid. So what are y'all thoughts on Halle Berry?
Congratulations to Halle Berry.
Congratulations, Halle Berry.
I cannot.
Congratulations on Halle Berry being a new mermaid.
That's so petty. It's so petty.
I cannot.
It's so petty. I ain't thinking about him. T, tell them the story about what I did. I was proud. I was quite proud.
Yes.
I mean, I saw the little girl's picture, but my eyes
KD was in
saw
the
the
group
name
chat
Holly Berry.
all hype. Like, what are y'all thoughts on Halle Berry?
Halle
Berry? Like, it's amazing.
I can't, KD. I mean, it's close. It's close.
Halle Berry is going to do amazingly.
I mean, I was wondering why they was using her picture with Holly's name, but
her name is Haley Bailey.
What is her name again? There,
Haley Bailey.
Right. Well, see, those names are close. I mean, Lord, give me a
Halle Berry is Halle damn Berry.
Close, but Halle Berry is 75 years old.
Damn.
She ain't
She ain't nobody's little nothing.
Yeah, she ain't no little damn mermaid. She big mermaid.
She old mermaid. She Jaguar mermaid.
Oh my god!
But you know what I did love though about that, and I'm so glad there's so much controversy out here, and that this movie is still, and this actually is a featured play that they're doing, a live thing. Is that's what they're doing?
I think it's a play.
And I love it that it is getting so much attention, and I love the fact that these little brown and black girls, that's when they first see this young lady come on the screen as the Little Mermaid, they are in awe that this woman looks just like them. And to see see all of the videos they got on there on the different platforms of these young ladies saying, "Oh, she looks like me," and "Oh, she's black. Oh my God, I didn't know Little Mermaid was black like me." That shit melts my heart because we are showing our young ladies that they are something, that they're beautiful, that they could be all these roles that are cast or portrayed by these white colors in these books. That's beautiful. Always lift up our young black girls.
I totally agree. I agree.
I love it that so much controversy, because you know what? That makes it even more prominent. It's going to force people to go see it and keep talking about it. It's going to make us go out there and see it 10 times over 10. I ain't even a Little Mermaid fan, but if it comes to the theaters, I'm gonna go see it 2 or 3 times just to support it.
And I'm gonna go and tell them to please spell those, put that name bigger so people don't be confusing her with
Only one that's confused.
They're not confused.
I don't even think Halle Berry is confused in her name.
Yeah.
I just glanced at it. I ain't lying.
Do you know who
I
Holly
followed
Belly
the
is though?
conversation.
Do you know who she is?
Yes.
Okay.
Listen,
She play on Grownish, like you say, very
And
talented
she's
little
also a
girl.
musician. She also makes music. She's not just an actress. She's
Yeah,
a
she has a sister, right? Don't they both sing? Mm-hmm.
Chloe.
they call her sister
Right.
Beyonce number 2, the new Beyonce, the young Beyonce.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Chloe.
Okay. Let's see. I know her. I mean, I'll follow them for a while.
Mhm.
And
Marilyn, I heard that movie was trash.
It, it's okay. It's okay. It's not trash,
I don't
but it's
think I heard
typical.
anything about that one.
I heard it was trash. Ain't
Trash.
nothing good. Ain't Idris in that?
Idris, yeah.
Yeah.
Idris is in that. Look at
Yeah.
Katie's face. She like, I don't even care about Idris.
Oh, you don't like Idris?
what movie we're talking about?
Beast.
The Beast or Beast.
Oh,
The Beast.
Mhm.
She said,
But
she
yeah,
I love
go
it.
check out that the Warrior movie that's out with Viola Davis is definitely a good joint.
we'll see.
Oh,
I don't watch those kind of
my
movies.
heart is breaking, y'all.
Wow.
Why? What happened?
My little daughter has an ear infection. She's laying down crying on that ear.
Halle
She's
Berry,
holding the ear down crying.
Halle Berry called her and said, "Get her shit right." That's what happened. Right. Oh damn, oh mermaid.
I can't.
Oh, that's mermaid.
I,
Okay. Oh, I hope your pooch feels a little better.
I'm gonna put some medicine in the ear.
Woman King, that's what it is. Woman King. Thank you, Rhonda. Also, I will be remiss if I didn't share this information with everybody here on the Uncensored Minds Friday Night Light platform. We lost a real prominent figure in our community. Rhonda Jackson, as y'all know from our Friday Night Light community and also being a supporter of Uncensored Minds, passed away Thursday night. So I wanted to extend my deepest condolences to her family, the Jackson, and let her know from all of us here at Uncensored Minds, Friday Night Lights, Raw Honey, Karen's Corner, and also Telemate Kicks, that our love and prayers are with you throughout this difficult time here. Rhonda was such an amazing, beautiful person to all of us and supported all of our platforms. So we just wanted to extend our condolences to the Jackson family as they mourn the loss of their loved one.
While you're saying that, everybody, as you see, we are losing people left and right. So don't be afraid to have some fun, enjoy your life, because you never know, it could go like that. Enjoy yourselves. And ladies, sometimes you have to protect us from ourselves. Sometimes you have to say, take off that damn chain. Sometimes you have to say, no, you don't need to go out right now. Sometimes you have to say, we could just order in. All these simple things can make a world of difference.
Sometimes y'all can say, I'll cook something. We ain't got to go out.
Please cook
Get a bowl of cereal. We ain't got to go to the restaurant.
So true. And we want T to get some home cooked meals.
Y'all don't cook, man.
Damn, is T the only one that need a home cooked meal?
I mean, oh yeah, I'm sorry. No, I just said that because he posted that shit on Facebook.
Y'all don't cook. All y'all gotta do is go out.
So you need some home cooked meals too.
Y'all don't cook.
I'm gonna have to start cooking extra food.
Y'all don't cook no more. I come pick up
and do drop offs.
Yeah, I come pick up my plate. Like y'all don't.
Would you say you'll come pick it up?
Yeah. Don't cook. Y'all be looking around. We looking around for our plate. Y'all looking around like everybody looking around at this motherfucker. Like,
oh man, I'm gonna have to make extra.
You didn't cook? No, you didn't cook. What are we gonna eat? I don't know.
No, it's football Sunday. Ain't they supposed to cook for football Sunday? The fuck? How you not cooking on football Sunday?
A wing or something.
I mean,
I made shrimp
bowl of cereal or something,
nachos
oatmeal or
today.
something. I don't care. Some eggs. I don't get grits. I don't care. Something. But definitely. We are 2 shows from the big 100. Don't forget, people. October 9th.
I might have to just come to Atlanta, man. I heard they do cook down there.
Get you some Southern hospitality.
Atlanta's Atlanta, man.
They around Maryland, they just don't cook. They around, they just don't cook. They just want to go out. They want to be cute and shit. They want to take Instagram pictures.
Post state Roscoe's chicken and waffles.
Want to take
Yeah,
Instagram
that's
pictures.
crazy.
That's what I'm talking about, Tara. You supposed to cook on Sundays.
Sundays, for sure.
All right, Tara. Big shout outs to you, girl.
No, all right, Tara. You need to have your ass in the kitchen cooking Sunday. Fucking all right, Tara. No, get your ass in the kitchen and cook.
I do cook tea. I used to cook every Sunday, but I cook Saturday. No.
Nah,
Friday.
you don't even. Nah, that's not real. That's not real.
Cooked Friday for them.
If you gotta think about it, that's not real.
I did.
And we ain't talking about the air fryer.
The
Fish sticks in the air fryer.
Count?
No, that don't count.
The air fryer don't count. I don't
The
have
fish
one.
sticks in the air fryer don't count.
Oh, I love my air fryer. I love it. But no, I actually did not use my son's favorite meal ever since he was a little boy. It's rice with stewed tomato and chicken strips fried. I, have my own little batter and I fried those up and him and my little bonus daughter, they were like,
where Sarah live at, man? Where Sarah live at?
They're from SW, baby.
Yeah.
SWP.
I'm coming to pick up my plate, man. I'm writing all of y'all names down.
Right.
I'm coming to pick up my plate. Damn,
listen, yes, you need some home cook. Nell needs some home cook.
Eddie.
Now, what y'all? What you? we saw what T ate today. What you eat today?
I didn't eat that shit.
You didn't eat that shit? Oh, I thought it might have been from one of your little favorite spots. Or
I was at work. Somebody brought that to me at work.
Oh, somebody.
Oh,
See?
That was a purchase meal, or they made that?
That's all you had to eat now?
No,
they made that.
Yeah, they made that.
Oh, okay.
Look at Nell, y'all. See how y'all got me and Nell living? This is how y'all do us. This is how y'all do us. This is how y'all got me and Nell living. You got water and gummy bears over there. This is how y'all got us living.
I survive on water and gummy bears because I ain't leaving this house. I'm not leaving this house on Sunday. So if I ain't got it in here, it ain't gonna be gotten. I got it.
That's how y'all got us living. It's football Sunday, ladies. We need home cooked meals. We can't move around like that on Sundays because the game is on. We need home cooked meals on Sundays at least. It ain't got to be all week, but it can be at least be on Sundays.
It used to be.
And cook me something that I actually want.
I don't care what you cook. Just cook. I'll be happy if you just cook because y'all ain't even. Let's start somewhere.
I seriously used to cook every single Sunday. I seriously did, and I mean like a meal, like a buffet meal every Sunday.
That was when you was married 17, 18 years ago.
Yeah, that would be true.
You use that nowadays, ladies. What you did in 84 don't work in 2022.
I can't.
I might take 1 or 2 days off, but for the most part, I'm cooking.
That's what's up. That's love.
No eating out.
That's love. We not love.
Hey, yo, you know what, but though we didn't ask you this question though.
In the world, man. Some more love needs to be shared in the world.
We didn't ask you this question though. We asked everybody else this question. How's your mental health?
What you want to ask me?
How is your mental health?
My mental is great. It's the people around me whose mental is fucked up.
This nigga, I swear.
It's the motherfuckers around me that
this nigga is crazy.
My daughter's beefing with her mom. My son is going to be calling me because he's going to be homesick soon. So it comes all kinds of things every fucking day. Other people's problem hitting my jack. And then people be surprised when I don't answer my phone. That's why. Because they trying to drain me of my good positive energy.
That's that thing where Charles said that you have to like distract people away from you sometimes in order to protect yourself. Yeah.
Gee, that's a nice
So,
shirt.
ready to get up out of here?
I had a shirt like that, East.
You had one like this.
That's a nice shirt, East. I wish I had a shirt like that. I'm a host and I ain't even got a shirt like that.
Listen,
First of all, you mumbling over there, good brother.
I said that's a nice shirt there, Ish. I wish I had a shirt like that, Ish. I'm one of the hosts, and I ain't even got a shirt like that, Ish.
So
First of all, I jacked this shirt.
Nah, that shit hot though.
To Nell and KD and whoever else in the chat, if you ain't in my inbox about your shirt, I got other shit to do. I'm a busy man. The fuck. if you, like I said before, if you need something wet, Ish,
Open your mouth.
thanks. Open your fucking mouth.
Open your fucking mouth. Is that what you say, sis?
I believe I have actually asked for one, but I know that's going to be one of my gifts that I get on the 100th episode.
Excuse me?
I did ask for one.
When did she ask for anything, though?
I don't know. She just expected the fuck for it to get done.
What is she talking about?
I asked for a shirt. You told me, you said, all you got to do is ask KD. I said, well, T, can I have a shirt?
When did you say this, KD?
It's been about 3 or 4 weeks ago when you said, all you got to do is ask KD.
I don't remember that. Nobody's.
That was probably during one of our, like, Thursday nights.
Who else was there?
These two?
None of them having your back.
I promise you I
having your back on this. Nobody's having your back. Nobody's remembering.
It happened.
What
all you gotta do is ask KD.
Listen, were you dreaming?
Nope, was not dreaming.
Because nobody was
dreaming. Was not dreaming.
Well, remember, make me remember and put it in my inbox.
Okay.
That's all you gotta do.
Okay.
So when you get up here, just run down on them, Katie.
Just run down on them.
Just run down on them. That's all.
2 weeks away. We 2 weeks away from the big weekend. The big weekend is going down. Episode 100. I can't wait for it. I'm so excited. That's a milestone within itself. You know what I mean? To reach 100 things consistently and consecutively.
So,
you know what I mean?
So fuck what KD talking about with her shirt.
What did she say?
Consider that food.
She gonna send us some food.
You know what? You should like cook a big meal for the 100th episode, and we can all come and eat.
Where's Janine? Huh? I don't even know where Janine is. You talk about?
I thought she was going to live in Philly.
No, that was Sarah.
No,
nah,
that's Sarah.
That was
Sarah.
Oh, Sarah. Okay, Sarah.
That was Sarah. No, get us somebody.
No, Tara said she in New York City, 2 hours away. But again, another wonderful, great episode, and a lot of fun. It started out with something serious. Again, Suicide Awareness Month. It's nothing to take lightly. Far too often do we see individuals. We had a rapper in Chicago. I don't know if y'all are familiar with him. His name is 600 Breezy. His girlfriend and child's mother committed suicide just because she said she just couldn't take it anymore. She just said, I feel better if I wasn't here. And there was nothing that he could do. There was nothing that nobody could do to stop her. But when it gets to those points, just know and make sure that you have resources, even when it doesn't feel like you do. Being able to talk to somebody who you love and who you're comfortable with may be that one thing that gets you through. And if not, just try to do your very best to get in front of it. I know it's easier said than done, but we much rather have you here than not. So, stay up with your mental health. Mental health is key. And if you have any questions, there is the mental health hotline. It's just a phone call away. You could you could actually, if you can't remember the number, you can just text 988 from your cell phones. And then that's the suicide prevention hotline. It's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 or 66 days, depending on if we're in a leap year. and they will be more than happy to help you. Also, if you need to get that information into someone else, the suicide prevention line is. I'm trying to get that number as well, because these are numbers that we should have at our disposal. That way, if we are in a situation, we can readily use those resources that are available out there. Also, remember just to be vigilant in and around your neighborhoods, and just being out when you go out. Just because this world is crazy, just try to make it back home the same way you left it, in one piece. Um, Thank you again to Troy for coming on here.
Carjackings is up, so be mindful when you outside getting in your car.
Yo, you see that the other day? They was trying to carjack him, and they couldn't, so they just start shooting at him.
Right.
So if they can't get what they want, they shooting.
Right.
So again, that's why we say it's certain times of day you don't want to. You want to go in well-lit areas where there's a lot of people. Get your gas in the daytime, people. If you got to get your gas, if you travel, if you're somebody who goes to work like 6 a.m. and it's dark outside when you leave, but you don't fill up, you like to fill up, you forgot to fill up the night before when you got home or whatever, stop that. Try to fill up in the daytime around a lot of people. It lends itself better for yourself. You know what I mean? Be careful about when you're walking through these parking lots on your cell phones and your head is buried in your cell phone. You never know who's around you, who's jumping out of cars, trying to kidnap you. You see the young lady that, in Iowa. She was, we talked about this this week where, she was convicted of murder, but the case was overturned. And she now has to pay the victim who attacked her and raped her, who she killed to get away. She has to pay him $150,000 to that family, and also serve 5 years of probation. The great people of this world came together and did a GoFundMe, and they've raised right now up to $700,000 to help her. But that's crazy. As you can see, there's no justice for the victim. So let's not try to put ourselves in those situations. Let's make sure we're talking to our young folks, our daughters, our nieces, our granddaughters, any girl that you know, and just telling her, hey, don't be worried about TikTok. Don't be trying to do the latest TikTok dances. Don't always be in the mix. Be careful out here, because they snatching up these little girls and sex trafficking them. Even y'all grown women, they want them too.
Yeah.
They got a fetish for old ladies too. I got a fetish, but I won't steal it.
Why did I know you was going to say that?
I'm not going to steal y'all, but there's people out there that would. So just be very, very careful out there. Yeah. Please. It's so imperative. Thank you again to my man, Troy. Again, my man, we love you here, Uncensored Minds, Troy. Yes,
thank
you. You do so much for our mental, our psyche, your presence is so amazing. You always have us here at Uncensored Minds. Whenever you need us, the door is open for you to come on at any time to share your experience. And we just love that beautiful, bright smile that is yours. Keep on the road, brother. We are with you on your journey. And thank you to everybody out there, Uncensored Minds Land, for always keeping up with us. What's up, KD?
Tara and Janine, I see you ladies out there. Always know, inbox me or whatever. I see Tara said she had to make an appointment this month with her therapist. It's always a hard month for her. I am always open, ladies. My inbox, trust me, it's always open, and my ear is always right here for you. It will never leave.
You okay there, Tara?
Anybody? No, Tara says she's having a hard time.
Yeah.
So I just want to let you ladies know.
Why is
like that? My inbox is always open.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Prayers up, ladies. I know it's rough.
Nell froze like that.
Nell is froze. Come on,
I didn't know she was a therapist.
Unfreeze, boy.
You'd be surprised what the ladies get from me.
Oh shit!
Just because y'all don't get it.
I am definitely surprised.
But you would be surprised what the ladies get from me.
Mhm. But just having a listening ear, somebody that's unbiased. Oh my God, I cannot. Bye now.
What is
Bye.
he doing?
Bye now.
What's that?
What
Carpet
is
munching?
that?
Carpet munching. They got
Oh
this
my
song.
God.
It's called Munch. You a munch. It's called You a
Too
Munch.
much.
You a,
Not the
you a
carpet.
munch?
Yeah, you a munch.
Too
Nah.
much.
Katie, we appreciate that though.
Yes.
Having somebody that they feel comfortable with coming to.
Right.
I know we play a lot, we joke.
Right.
But Katie, that's beautiful of you to extend yourself just as a listening ear.
Right.
And somebody who is willing to allow them just to share whatever their story is and not be judged. And also have a safe place. So big ups to you for extending yourself. We need more of that. Because people don't feel comfortable with going to family members. They just don't want to involve them.
Exactly.
So having a friend like yourself, having an outlet like yourself, it makes it that much more better. Thank you, KD, for sharing that. That was absolutely beautiful.
Yes.
And to everybody out there, episode 100 is coming up real soon. The four of us will be in the same area. If y'all see us on Thursday, y'all would think that we hated each other. So y'all like,
sometimes we do hate each other. The fuck?
That's family for you,
I think I just started
That's
talking
family for you.
like an hour ago. But no, y'all like, yeah, how the hell y'all gonna do this on 100? Because we love each other, that's for real. But stay with us. We got something real special for y'all coming up, and then going forward. A lot of the things that we talked about, y'all gonna start to see come to fruition. A lot of the advertisements. I know people asking, when y'all gonna get to that? That's coming. When y'all gonna get to the exclusive content? It's coming. We working. The four of us are busy, but we're busy bringing content so when we come real heavy. All right. So thank you again for rocking with us tonight. We'll see y'all this Wednesday for Telling Me Kicks at 8 p.m. It's going to be a great show. You can catch Raw Honey with Ish. You can catch Karen's Corner, Karen on the Move, Karen this, Karen that, Karen this. She always got something going on.
Karen on live, Karen dancing.
Karen on live, Karen.
I haven't danced in a while.
Y'all can also get in Karen's inbox if y'all need any tips or questions about the roles as well. You can edit.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, she can
give them a demonstration. She can give them a visual demonstration.
Step by step. Mm-hmm.
Y'all,
S Gang
if
crew.
you
Shout out
need
to
a
S Gang.
listening ear on here, but don't ask me nothing about the role.
Shout out to the S Gang. We ain't hollered at the S Gang in a long time. The next episode was dedicated to S Gang. Aisha's Erotic Zone was dedicated to S Gang tonight. You know what I mean?
Yes. S Gang, what up?
Everybody that's new, that's watching us, making sure y'all, thank you for liking, sharing, commenting, and also reposting. That helps. Thank you for going back on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and sharing the audio. Thank you for watching the videos over and over and over again. We appreciate that. Thanks for laughing and joking with us, because everything is serious in this world, but we try to bring you conversations with a twist, and the twist is love and laughter. So we'll see y'all next week. First is us at 8 p.m. on Wednesdays, and then the big crew is us on Sundays. So we'll see y'all soon. Stay hot, stay well, stay loved up, and we out of here.
Some love in your life.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.